let's do these picks. I'm going to use the lines that B Dirt sent us to make this all the way fair. All right. The lines have
Mhm.
changed. Blame B Dirt because he didn't do what he should have done and just sent scores. Therefore, you can do some wiggling around with whatever the current lines are. Shame on you, B. You know better. All right. First game's up. The last game we talked about. One of three big rivalry games this weekend. We got the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers battle for the control of the AFC North. The line is 6 in favor of Baltimore. Jay Lacy, you kicked us off. Where are we going?
Ooh, man, I am going to pick the Ravens to win, but the Steelers to. I think that
Got
this
it.
is one of those messy, slobber knock AFC North kind of games that you might see a couple of turnovers from both teams, and at the end of the day, who's going to come out on top? I think that the offense of the Ravens is going to muster just up enough to be able to make them feel good, to be able to get like almost a touchdown kind of a lead, and it'll probably be like maybe a 5-point win. So I think that that's where I'm going to go. They're in Baltimore. Baltimore does play well in the AFC North at home. I understand that Thanksgiving Thursday night didn't go the way that they hoped that planned, and honestly, it surprised the hell out of me too because I didn't think the Bengals were going to win that game either. But I do think that the Ravens are a good team at home against the AFC North foes, so I think that's where I'm going to go.
Tay, you taking Pittsburgh, right? So I'm gonna just go ahead and write this down in the spreadsheet. Pittsburgh. Six.
Hey, man. This I just want to give a bit of an analysis because this game is technically going to be a playoff game, right? I mean, all games are this important now. So we
Mhm.
say it's December the 7th. This game will be played, and we're talking about playoffs already. But yeah, because you're 6-6 and you're still tied for first place in your division, it's a playoff game. You're playing the team you're tied with, same record in division.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Yeah, man. So we're
Winning
still
game.
talking about playoffs. But yeah, man, you know me, man. I think I'm in my Jeff Hartman bag every week. I like to say on Pump Your Brakes. I don't believe Jeff ever picks against the Steelers. I don't think I ever pick against the Steelers. I mean, to my detriment, because obviously I got 6 losses just on the Steelers. Speaking of which, I got the scoreboard pay. This how close we are right now, man. B Dirt is 1 game ahead of us, and we're tied at 91 and 90. Hey, that's better than your boy Nick Wright. He put his numbers up today. We're better than we're above 50.
And he's a professional gambler.
Right. 92 and 89 is B Dirt, 1 game ahead of us, 50.8%. Last week, I'm steady falling. You guys are rising bit by bit. I think I had like a 3 or 4 game lead about 3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
B Dirt won 9 last week. I won 7. Pay you won 8. It's that close right there. Myself, Big G and Mod, the know-it-alls picks, not against the spread though. Slightly better. Well, yeah, I guess it's a lot easier. I got 121 wins in that one, and Ma has 121. Big G has 120. So we're 1 game apart. So yeah, but I'm gonna take the Steelers, man. I got the Steelers +6. I mean, I'm gonna have them winning outright, actually. But so all they got, I don't want them to win, but they just make it a game. I will win my pick.
B Dirt took Baltimore as the to cover the spread 6, and I am going to actually go with you. Tate, you do not need to apologize for rolling with your squad. It got you far in life. Stand on it. Be proud of it. And guess what? I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna take Pittsburgh to cover that 6. Next game. Tate, you start off first. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the New Orleans Saints. Spread is 8.5 in favor of the Baker boys. How you see this game go?
8.5, man. 8.5 is what you said, right?
8.5.
And and to the homie after in the chat general, that's a diabolical score pick, but as Big G would say. But I respect it though. You have no reason to think otherwise. But as far as the Bucks Saints go, that 8.5. The Saints been playing better, man, and it's in Tampa though, right?
Yes, Tampa is the home team.
Yeah, the Saints just too injured. Like I don't believe in Tyler Show or the running back Neal. Though I liked him at Kansas, played at Kansas, rookie. I liked him, but I mean they don't have enough. Olave, but Well, this is a tough one because 8.5 is just that number. If it was 10, I would take the Saints easy, but 8.5, I'm gonna take Tampa Bay, man. I'm gonna take Tampa Bay to cover the 8.5. I think they can win by 10 because they're trying to hang on to first place because they don't want to let the Carolina Panthers catch them. So yeah, give me Tampa Bay to cover the 8.5.
We have a three-way going on right here, a throuple of NFL pick throuple, if you will, because all three of us have Tampa Bay covering. Me, you, and B Dirty. And Tate, I think we both got it on the head. I got Tampa Bay winning by 10, 11, 12, something like that. Lacey.
I just want to make it 4. You might as well make it 4, people. Because I don't see a path for the Saints at all. I don't. Bucks cover the 8.5. They get the win. They're at home. I do like Baker in a pretty much a show me kind of game to where don't forget about me. I was in that MVP kind of conversation too. And yeah, I do like them to win this game, be able to keep pace.
Yeah, two months ago. 2 months ago for the MVP talk.
I feel like that after they lost that crazy wild shootout game against the Bills, it kind of died down for Baker because it really hasn't looked the same for real. But I think that that he just reminds people that hey, the Bucks are still here, and they don't want to give up ground to the Carolina Panthers, who are crazy surging right now as an upstart team. So yeah, that's 4. That's a clean sweep, man. We picking the Bucks to cover the spread and win outright.
Which means New Orleans is going to cover. But yes, we all 4.
Bro, seriously, man, that's just gonna be funny.
That would not be cool. Next game, Seattle Seahawks flying to the dirty South. Play those dirty birds, the Falcons. The line is 6.5 in favor of the visiting Seattle team. Who starts this one? B-Dirt starts, and he's got Seattle covering his 6. I am going to agree with him. Seattle will handle business because Kirk Cousins, the quarterback? Yeah, get him out of here.
Yeah.
Take.
Yeah, I got to agree with you, man. I think that defense of Seattle and Kirk Cousins. Yeah, I got Seattle probably winning by like about 10 again, maybe even 14. 2 tugs, as Pay like to say. But what I do need is Seattle goes down, they got to just, I want a pass heavy game and try and come back because I'm thinking about playing Kyle Pitts, and if Drake London's still out, I could get some fancy points. I feel like I need one more win in our league, Pay, to be playoff set of the next 2 games.
You got 7 wins? 8 wins?
I'm 9-4.
Oh yeah, you're probably good. I don't know who the next team is, but you should be decent.
Yeah, B. Dirt's in second.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin is in first, and my brother is in fourth. But if he loses, he could be in trouble because he has the least amount of points in the league. Points for is a tiebreak.
Yeah, crazy.
How you see this game, Lacey?
Yeah, I'm with you all. Seahawks, they're just playing too good football, and I don't know exactly how I feel about the Cousins, the washed-up Kirk Cousins-led Atlanta Falcons team right now. Stick a fork in them. They're just about done. Watch, this will be the game that they pull off an upset win. But the Seahawks, they are trying to steal the division underneath the nose of the Rams because right now, if you talk about Super Bowl odds and favors, the Rams are getting more of the brownie points over the Seahawks. But the Seahawks are just, you can't argue with how they've been playing football, and that defense is insane. They're lights out. They shutting people down. It almost feels like Legion of Boom 2.0. But the difference is I actually like their pass rush, their interior pressure this time more than the last Legion of Boom defense that we saw. As far as offense go, we know what JSN is doing this year. He's cooking. He's doing this thing. But overall, I think that Sam Darnold is playing fantastic football. And I thought actually that he was going to have that crash back to earth moment where you're going to see the Sam Darnold, not like you saw last year, but the one that started seeing ghost a little bit, being on a new team. But Mike McDonald, man, put him in the conversation for Coach of the Year because he's got them boys right.
Didn't he have that game against the Rams a couple weeks? He did.
I think
he threw
so.
like 3 interceptions, and yeah, he did.
And he lost to him in the playoffs.
But and I think that's the difference, the Vegas difference between the 2 teams, even though they're really close. Are they even tied, like 9-3, both? Seahawks 8-4.
I think the
Seahawks the Seahawks have 8 wins, so they're 1 game behind LA.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think the difference in the odds makers is It's Matt Stafford versus Sam Darnold. I think that's the very reason the Rams are
Mhm.
probably favored. But yeah, go ahead, Pam. I'm sorry.
Lacey, you did say this next game is going to be a shootout. We got Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Buffalo. The total is 53.5. Over or under?
I'm going to go with the over. It's 53.5. I think that both teams do hit 30 points up in this game. I think the Bengals win this game 37-30. That's the score prediction that I also gave on the Running Through the Jungle episode that we did there when we previewed and broke this game down. I just think that right now, both offenses, they have opportunities against both of these teams' defenses. I think that if I am going to lean on the upside trajectory of somebody's defense, is more the Bengals than the Bills. And I'm not saying that as a homer because I have buried this team's defense to the pole. This Trey Henderson's still not playing, but we've seen something from Miles Murphy and Joseph Ossai these last couple of weeks, especially Joseph Ossai. He looks like an actual real dude this time, to the point where if you're trying to get any hope of getting pressure on Josh Allen, I think that's the one that you point to. But I do worry about the Bengals linebackers in this game. They can't cover. They can't cover tight ends. They still missing space out in tackles. So with that being said, man, I think that we're in for a fun shootout kind of a game. These are two AFC heavyweights with two AFC heavyweight type quarterbacks, elite guys. I think that the Bengals do pull off the win, though, both teams in the 30s.
I like that. I'm putting that in my parlay, along with Cincinnati as the outright winner, as a 6-point dog. I'm agreeing with B Dirt and Lacey. Running Through the Jungle, RTJ in the building. Tate,
Yeah, man.
are you
Go ahead, man.
gonna make this 3? Oh, it's 3 straight.
Go ahead, man.
We are going to
run into the Jungle Crew, man. I believe
We are
mine
going
is B Dirt, right?
Yeah.
I think last place is Nephew Che, but next to last place, 11th place, is Big G, B Dirt. And thanks for the $2 super chat. B Dirt says, this thing on who's last place in our league. Oh, it's Che, but Big G is like, man, he like 3-10 or something like that, like ridiculous. Yeah. But yeah, I got usual suspects. I got the Bengals for the win, though, man. I got them for the win. I'm not gonna go as high as 37-30. I'm just gonna stick around my 31-28 game.
So that's our last 3 games. All 4 of us have agreed with each other. That is bound to blow up in our face. So here's a more difficult game. We've got the Colts and the Jags, the second of 3 rivalry games to wrestle control of their respective divisions. The Jacksonville Jaguars are hosting the Indianapolis Colts, and they are a 1.5-point underdog. I'm gonna kick this one off. I got the Colts covering the 1.5. Jacksonville, to me, this is just personal opinion. When I put my trust into Jacksonville, they always they let me down every time. And when I stop dealing with them, they go ahead and win. So guess what? I am not going to deal with them. I'm just going to go ahead and put my trust into Danny Dimes. You see where I'm going with this? I hate this game. Tate, where do you think this game is going to go?
I love it.
I had to make a wardrobe change, man. I got tired of looking at myself in the grown man hat. But man, I'm gonna take Jacksonville, man. I think the Colts are playing regular. They're not as high as they was the first 8-9 games of the season. Jacksonville, on the other hand, has been playing better. It comes down to, this is a fantasy interest too, right? I got Trevor Lawrence as my quarterback. So I want to see him do well. But I really think that Jacksonville's been playing well as a whole. And the Colts have kind of come back down to earth. It's in Jacksonville. It's for first place. I didn't answer the question about the AFC North being the worst division in the AFC. I would say yes, but I would only say yes because it's due to injuries. Because I still think the AFC South is, I believe. I think Jacksonville's been running Fugazi. I mean, the Colts. I mean, they better be careful. They could not make the playoff.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
I mean, Houston's right there on they sick. Both of them teams.
Right,
Houston's right
yeah.
there going up. Yeah.
So will 3 make it from that division, or will 3 make it from the AFC West? That's saying you think the Chiefs can come back. They already 6 down. I mean, 6
Chiefs
losses
are not making the
down.
playoff. Chiefs got to win out. Does anybody, show of hands, anybody, Chiefs going to win all their games the rest of the way?
I think they can.
No,
Mm.
no.
It's going to be tough for them.
Do you know their schedule?
I don't need to know their schedule. I've seen them play enough. They are not, you cannot depend on them to go and run off 5 in a row. Nope. I don't think they're a good team this year. I just don't. I don't think the defense is as good. Patrick Mahomes ain't as good. They waited all this time on Worthy and the rest of them.
This Texans game is a big one. But then they get the Chargers. They get the Texans at home, the Chargers at home. They get the Titans on the road. They get the Broncos at home. I think the Broncos, they're going to make the playoffs, but they one and done, though. And then they finish against the Raiders. They beat the Texans. They could run the board.
Yeah, I think Broncos got their number. Broncos going to go ahead and clean them up. Texans is fighting for their life. They're not going to play around.
Okay.
Mm.
So what was the point spread on the Jacksonville Colts game?
1.5.
Seems I look like Fred Sanford. Hey man, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and put my grown man Burberry back on, Tim, just because you said that, man.
So what's your pick for this game? You say you're taking the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lacey, did you actually, Lacey, this a shootout? Yes or no?
No, not a shootout at all.
Total's 46.5.
Yeah, I think that we might see the game hover around that line. If I'm a betting man, if I have to bet, gun in my head, I'll bet the under on that score total. But here's how I see this game shaking out for me personally. I am going to pick the Jacks to win this game, just keep it short and sweet. But I do agree with you, Pay, about your overall feelings regarding the Jacksonville Jaguars. I am not sold on them right now, even though this is a game that's tied for first place in the AFC South. But you know another team I'm also not sold on? The Indianapolis Colts. They have actually regressed down to earth a little bit, to the point where it's like, I don't know if Danny Dimes in December is exactly going to be as similarly productive from what we've seen from him in September and October. They're one of those teams that got off to that nice little crazy start, but there was a reason why people wasn't all the way sold on him and on that team from the beginning, even after their 5-1 or 6-1 hot start, is because you knew at some point the other shoe was going to drop. That doesn't mean that they cannot win this game. But also another thing to note is the Colts just do not play well at Jacksonville. For whatever reason, when they go to travel down in Duval County, they just lose that game. Really just weird stuff just happens for them. And this is even dating back to the Andrew Luck era of that team. And it's like, I don't know if this Colts team is mature enough to be able to handle that type of road adversity yet. Even though I don't believe in the Jaguars neither, I think they are who their record says they are, a team that's contending for first place. They're tied neck and neck. But I think that I'm going to go with, I mean, it's really hard to pick against the spread because it's 1.5. It's literally a coin flip game. So, yeah, just give me the Jags and a 3-point win at the gun. Field goal. Cam Little kicks like a 58-yarder to win this game or something.
Oh, I like that game to be a 23-20 game. Yeah, I am. I'm willing with you to take the under. Speaking of unders, Titans at Browns, total 33.5. That's laughable. The Titans are 4.5-point dog going into Cleveland. Tate, you first. Where's this game going?
I got the Browns, man. I think the Browns, Quinshawn Judkins run game. I think the Titans are just like the worst team in the NFL. They went from having number 1 pick to potentially probably having number 1 pick again. So, like, did that ever happen? Like, I've seen it happen in the NBA, but
Jacksonville did it just a couple years ago.
Who?
Jacksonville just did it a couple years ago, too, when they took Trevor Lawrence number 1, and then the year afterwards, they took Trayvon Walker.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They should have took Aiden Hutchinson.
Kinda. Chicago did it a couple of years ago, too. I mean, they had the number.
They traded it, though. Yeah, they traded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang.
All right. Well, it's about to happen again. But as far as this game goes, I got the Browns winning. Quinshawn Judkins in the running game. I think Shedeur Sanders is getting comfortable with Fannin in the passing game. Not that they're going to pass for more than 220, but it'll be enough to win the game against the Titans. Give me the Browns to cover the 4.5. Okay, yeah. Browns, but they hit the over, though. How about that? You said 33.5?
33.5. Disgusting.
Browns win the game 20-14.
You got the Browns
Mm.
scoring that many points? Wow.
Against the Titans, I do.
Yo. Our buddy, our homie, B Dirt, always with us, even when he's not with us. He has Tennessee covering the underdog 4.5. I don't know if he's got him winning outright. If he does, B, you're gonna need to drink some more NyQuil because you are out of your mind right now. I am gonna go with you again, Tate. I got Cleveland winning this game and covering the spread because they win by 5, 17-13. Jay Lacey, the under.
Man, oh man. All right. So, and now if you already tuned into our pick'em show when me and Tim just did our pick'em, you already heard me that I'm picking the Browns to win this game. But I think it is worth noting this though. Every time I pick the Browns to win a game that they should win, they do not win. When I think back to the game against the
Well, how
Jets
many times have you done that?
twice.
Too many.
It's too many times, you know what I mean? But the Jets game stands out the most because that was a team that already had sold off Sauce Gardner, Quentin Williams. They were in tank mode. Justin Fields couldn't pass it 2 yards down the field. The Browns were set up to win that game. They did not win that game. And they had a stupid offsides penalty that was pretty much the reason why they let the Jets run out the clock. Even when the opportunity is laid out in front of them, they just, for some reason, they fumbled the opportunity there. But I still think it's worth going with the Browns in this spot here too. I think the Browns win. I think they even cover, sure. I don't think it's an entertaining game whatsoever. It'll be nice to talk about the young quarterbacks, the rookie guys, Shador versus Cam. I think it'll be a nice storyline. But I believe that once the Browns win this game, they're going to probably prop up Shador a little bit more for no reason, just because that's kind of like what the Shador Mafia has kind of done so far. But yeah, I'm not spending too much additional time with this game. Give me the Browns.
Next game, we have we were talking about all these teams battling for the top of the division. How about some bottom of division action? Miami Dolphins are flying to New Jersey, Meadowlands to play the Jets. The line is 2.5, total 41.5. Yikes, that is the unders in play. But I'm not going to muddy the waters there. Let's start off with what B picked. B has the Jets, another underdog pick from me. I think I see what he's doing here. He's trying to be coy. He's trying to throw us off the scent. Yeah, but he's got the Jets covering 2.5. Tate, you agree?
I do agree,
Emma.
man. And here's why. We all know about this game. We all know about this player. We can't win in the cold. It's December in New York City. What else I'm gonna do, man? I believe in trends and all that kind of stuff like that. Last time I saw Tua in a cold game in Kansas City, that was
That's terrible.
yeah. So hey, man, I'm taking the Jets, and the Jets could have beat them down in Miami back in September when it was warm out, but the Jets beat themselves that game. If you remember, had like 2 or 3 fumbles. The running back, was it Bryce? Not Bryce. What's his name? The running back for the Jets?
Breece Hall.
Breece Hall, yeah. Breece Hall fumbled down inside the 5-yard line. Like, they beat themselves against the Dolphins then. So, yeah, I don't believe in Tua, especially don't believe in Tua and Nicole. Give me the Jets. And you say they're getting 2.5? They're giving 2.5.
They're getting. They're the underdogs. Lacey, is that too? Is that making 3 in a row? Jets?
Nah, I can't go with the Jets here, even though I really like the Tua and the cold take, because I think that when he is in cold weather, he freezes up like a frozen fish out of water in New York, about to get ready to get sliced up at the deli counter. He does not look good.
Time out. If you are buying Hudson River fish, you have a lot of problems. But go on.
Hey, yeah, because that river is nasty.
It ain't worse than Anacostia. Let me tell you that.
No. So yeah, but I am inclined to still go with the Dolphins in this game. I do think that the Dolphins have played better. They've quietly rattled off a few wins in a row. I think that since that win against the Bills, where I think everybody named Mama thought that they were going to lose that game, they've basically just kind of like put the league on like, hey, we can still do a little something too. Because, like I said, that game against the Bills, I was like, you know what? They going to get boat race. They ended up boat racing Buffalo. So I'm like, yeah, all right, sure. I'll give you credit for that, but I need to see more. But they did more, and they've done pretty solid and did okay. And some of their losses, like when they played the Ravens on that Thursday night at home a few weeks back, Lamar Jackson's first game, the Dolphins really beat themselves on offense more. They was just committing stupid penalties and fumbling, and then this inexcusable turnovers, but they still was moving the ball up and down the field a little bit. Don't let that score fool you. But the Jets, I still feel like that this team is rebuilding, even though I do kind of like what Aaron Glenn's doing with this culture here. So they just don't have enough talent, in my opinion. Although the Dolphins sold off some parts too. I can see why the spread is close for a reason, but yeah, guess give me the fish.
Do we really like what Aaron Glenn is doing with the culture though?
He's in a bad spot when it comes to, they traded away two of their best guys on defense that really
That was recently. He was 0-7 before that.
but he beat us. I'll tell you that right now.
And he beat the Browns.
He beat the Browns, and they beat the Falcons too last week. So
They did beat the Browns with Kirk Cousins, but go ahead.
yeah, true. Right.
digress.
You know what I mean? They still got a long way to go. But like, let me just say, I don't believe that Aaron Glenn is going to be a one and done lame duck head coach like Gerard Mayo last year. I think they'll give him a little bit of time, like maybe 2 years or whatnot.
Right?
But
I agree with that.
and if they win this game,
You never know. I will say that automatically the leash for coaches is shorter on them black dogs, though. So
no, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. But if they do win this game, then that's a little bit more progress that you can kind of pin on his bulletin board. Like, hey, look, we got something that we can probably build towards next year. Because right now, bro, they ain't got no chance in hell to catch the Patriots or the Bills at all. And honestly, I don't see them even winning those games with those two teams on the docket. So, but I am going to go with the Dolphins in this one. What, 2.5 point was the spread?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't even know give me the Dolphins win and cover. I'll go with that.
So I agree. When you told me, when you reminded me that Tua, when he freezes up in the cold, like, oh damn, maybe I do need to reassess my pick. But you know what? They don't really depend on Tua in deep passes and all that high flying stuff anymore like that for them to win anymore. Since Tyreek left, they've relied more on Mr. Achane.
Clouds and lights. No, clouds during the game. Mixture of sun and clouds. 41 degrees turning to light snow. So there you go.
No, that's not even
for Tua.
41 degrees. It's not even cold.
But Tua, I think if you look at his number, if it's like under 45, though.
Yeah, you're right. As you said earlier, as we opened the show, cold is relative, and it's probably cold Tua. However, the game ain't gonna be in his hands. It's all on Achane. All on Achane. The Jets, they are very vulnerable against the run. They are a bottom 10 team in the league when it comes to stopping the run. And the Dolphins are one of the best teams, one of the best running teams as of right now in the league. I think the Jets offense is not the Jets offense, but let's start with the Jets offense. It's been terrible all season, no matter who the quarterback is. Tyrod Taylor, Justin Fields. And the Dolphins defense has been looking a lot better in the last month and a half. I'm going to stay with my first mind. I got Miami 2.5.
Super chat here.
Is it Claude? I've been wanting to talk to Claude all night. Claude Bishop with the Finball Pay has, I don't know, congratulated you on the Bears beating the Steelers. And should this be time? I think Claude can read my mind. Hey,
is he saying that this should be Tomlin's last season, coach? I think that's a typo there. That don't make sense.
Claude is good for typos, but I know what he's talking about. So I got a question for everybody. A question for everybody on the panel and everybody in the live chat. How many seasons has it been that we've had this conversation about Tomlin as we get into November, December? How many seasons has it been? How many consecutive seasons? 4 or 5? Yeah, 5 for sure. Tate says, even though he's muted. If it wasn't the Steelers, that'd have been 3 seasons too many. right? For me,
That was for myself.
because he's asking me, in my opinion, I don't see it. I don't see a pathway for him to continue the 500 streak. I don't see it. And if he doesn't have that anymore, there's going to be a conversation from the Rooneys into him, like, hey, so we need an exit plan. Are you gonna go ahead and bow out gracefully, or we got to do that thing we don't want to do? To answer the question, Claude, yep. Next game.
My opinion, I'm gonna say I can give it like a small little brief opinion on it if y'all want.
Go ahead.
I think that they just need to just have a mutual agreement to part ways after the year is over with, even if the Steelers do end up winning the division and making the playoffs. Because at the end of the day, do you really see the Steelers team going far? Ask yourself honestly, Steelers fans that's all in the chat, do y'all honestly see this team going far? I know that the AFC is wide open and weak, but at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers ain't turning back the clock to prime Aaron Rodgers in this day and age. So, and quite frankly, the defense has still kind of been shaky at best. I just think that right now, I just feel like that the Steelers just need to just reset, do a soft reset at the coaching position, and let Mike Tomlin go somewhere else and develop fruits of his labor. Have his Andy Reid comeback moment, and the Steelers can, get somebody. It's going to be a highly coveted job. So they're going to want to don the black and gold helmet. So I'm not the helmet. You know what I mean? They're gonna. It's going to be a great job when it becomes open. But I think that Tomlin, he's done a great job for that team, that organization. But I think it's, it just comes down to it's just time to move on.
It's been almost 10 years though, right? No matter if they go far and just go far in the playoffs this year, if they make the playoffs, it's been a long time since they won a playoff game. And it's been a lot of first game exits and where they were not close. Again, if it was any other franchise, wouldn't be having this conversation. The conversation wouldn't have made it this far. But we are up against the clock. So let's go ahead and get these last handful of games out here. Minnesota Vikings are traveling to see let me get back to this page. The Minnesota Vikings are hosting the Washington Commanders. The line is 1.5 total, 43.5. I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings to win and cover that spread, mostly because the Commanders' defense suck. I know they look pretty good in the against Denver, but Denver lets everybody play close. Mariota not going to do that again. And KOC, I kind of believe that
Jaden Daniels is starting.
Jaden Daniels back though.
Oh yeah, you're right. My fault. He is back. Still don't care. I think KOC is going to cook something up to expose that defense, as everybody else has. Even though, as you all tell me, Jaden Daniels is back, so is JJ McCarthy. I'm gonna take the 1.5 of Vikings. Jay Lacey, what you got?
I can't do the Vikings, bro. That fake ass 9, bro, he can get up out of here, bro. All right, don't you ever disrespect that number 9 again. The real 9 is Joe Shiesty, okay? Not that, it's my alter ego is 9. Dude, you've been bad. All right, you've been horrible. So, look, I like
that bad with alter ego.
No, right. Seriously, like you gotta get that up out of here. At least what you can say about Joe Burrow is that he didn't come up with those nicknames himself. He ain't out here calling them that. Everybody else calls him that. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Commanders here, and not because Jaden Daniels being back. I think that they're just a better team, really. And this version of what we're seeing from the Minnesota Vikings, they've been highly disappointing. This team before the Vikings, I was really sold on their defense because I really like Brian Flores and how he just mixed up a different type of pressures and blitzes and stuff like that. But man, I haven't seen that in a while. And it just tells me, man, this team is tumbling down. They're just tumbling and falling straight up, and they just need to they can't wait for the season to be over with for real. So I think that the Commanders felt pretty good about taking one of the better teams in the AFC down to the wire, and they should have honestly won that game if they converted that 2-point conversion in overtime. But they didn't. It is what it is. You lost the game, but I think that they're going to feel somewhat energized that Jay Daniels is coming back. He might not play that great, but I think the team will play better around him. So that's why I'm going with the Commanders to win and cover. Sorry.
B Dirt agrees with me, taking the Vikings. Tate?
Jay Lacey was talking about nicknames in the 9. What JJ McCarthy you said is a fake 9?
Yeah. Tell him, Pay. You want to tell him? Go ahead.
So JJ McCarthy does this thing where he morphs into another person when he's on the field. He's really animated. I don't know who sucks. Is it the alter ego or is it the real JJ McCarthy? Well, whoever it is, don't bring him back.
But what's
Don't do.
what's the alter ego's nicknames? I'm getting at.
I don't know.
Oh, I
Nah, he
thought
called
I
What
thought
is it?
I thought it was a
he,
nickname
he
off the 9.
yeah, his alter ego nickname is Nine. It's so
Yeah.
cringy. Yeah, he just call it Nine, like, oh, I got an alter ego. He's Nine.
And
That means showing up
what's the
order.
what's the nickname folk then gave Joe Burrow around the 9?
And that he's the real now, but like
Oh, okay.
he's Joe Shiesty, he's Joe Burr, he's all that kind of stuff. Like, but
Right,
Joe Burrow
right.
ain't coming up with these himself. JJ McCarthy came up with that alter ego nickname by himself, calling himself Nine. Nah, the
Yeah,
real
no, I
Nine
get
is
it.
Joe Burrow and Matt Stafford.
I thought it was discussion over the 9, but it's just yeah, Joe Burrow against the nickname. I gonna say the 9 that matters this year is that boy in LA, Matty Ice. That's
I like
really
Matt
Matt Ryan though, but Matt Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, the original 9 is Rajon Rondo. He was a Tech 9. But anyway, back to football. And I think the Commanders should have beat the Broncos last week. Their defense, I mean, they played Bo Nix tough last week. I don't have any reason to think JJ McCarthy. I mean, they're similar records, right? I think the Vikings are 4-8. The Commanders are 3-9. They're getting Jaden Daniels back. He wouldn't be playing unless he was definitely healthy. He had full practice yesterday. So it's his non-throwing arm. I don't think they would risk it if he wasn't healthy. So I look for him to give that offense a boost. They got McLaurin back. Debo Samuels is healthy. Yeah, man. Jack Ertz. I'm going to take the Commanders. The Commanders are what's the spread again?
1.5.
Commanders favored by 1.5.
No. Yeah. Actually, yeah, they are favored by 1.5.
So they are road fave. I'm gonna take the Commanders, man. I think Jaden Daniels on turf, he gonna use his legs. See, and again, this is a fancy interest because I got Trevor Lawrence or Jaden Daniels. Not sure which one I'm gonna play yet. Oh, I think I'm gonna play Trevor Lawrence though, because I'm scared of Jaden Daniels coming back. He could get taken out or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Commanders though to win the game because even if Marcus Mariota comes in, they still win because the Vikings don't scare nobody. And it's because of JJ McCarthy. They can't even get Justin Jefferson involved. The dude Mason, the running back, fell off a cliff. Where the hell is Aaron Jones? I mean,
Right.
yeah, the Vikings aren't very good. I mean,
Not at all.
tell the homie Dave Pay when y'all get back on the North Show, NFC North Show. He jinxed him. Ever since he did that talk going to Dublin to play the trash Steelers, they ain't looked like nothing since then.
Nope, they have not, and it's all Fake Nine's fault. Next game, we have the Denver Broncos are going to see the Vegas Raiders. They are going to cash in some chips because 7.5 is the line, and when you get to that table, you want to roll 7. I'm rolling. Me and B are in agreement. Denver wins and covers. What? Hold on. I'm just not looking at this. Cover 7.5. Ooh, has Denver done that all season? I don't think they have.
Offense has been weak for real.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take Vegas. I'm taking Vegas to cover 7.5. B Dirt has Denver to cover 7.5. What do you have, Jay Lacy?
I have the Broncos winning outright. I think the Raiders are a bad team. I think this is the team that really should be the number 1 overall pick going into next year. But I do have them covering. If the line is at 7.5, I really do have them covering this spread here, just because I don't think that the Denver Broncos offense is back by any means. And even though they're in Vegas, are they in Vegas in this game? They're at the Raiders.
Yes.
That really doesn't tell me much of anything as far as the home field advantages go, because it's Vegas. You know what I mean? A lot of different other people's fans show up in this game. But I also think that the Raiders will make it interesting enough to the point where it's like the Broncos still win, but they might have a late touchdown to cover, and then maybe we'll lose by 6. So give me the Broncos, but the Raiders to cover.
Who you picking?
Pick
Like
the
for the
Broncos.
spread. You pick the
The
Raiders.
Raiders against the
Okay.
spread.
Yeah, well, I'm doing the same thing. I got the Raiders, man. I think they keep it within the touchdown. It's in Vegas. They haven't looked good, not really at all this year. But to me, the Broncos are fugazi, man. You know what I mean? I don't believe in them. They won close games. Think they probably played a last place schedule this year. I mean, you know, they got that win against the Colts early that was on a penalty. They lucked up. They got a couple. Yeah, man. Just give me the Raiders to cover 7.5, no less. So yeah, give me
Yeah.
the Raiders to with the points.
Gotcha. LA Rams at the Arizona Cardinals. Spread 8.5. Tate, back up on you. Whoa. Pause. Who'd you
Yeah.
have?
Yeah. Give me the Rams, man. I mean, the Cardinals are a bad team. They're injured, like they're like the second or third running back. Jacoby Brissett looked like he been balling if you look at the stat sheet because they've been down 31-0 in the first half and shit. So it's empty numbers. Marvin Harrison not playing. Yeah, man. Give me the Rams to win by 2 tugs in Arizona.
You got the Rams to win by 2 tugs. Lacey,
Yeah.
what you got?
Yeah, I got the Rams in this one too. I will pick them to win by 10. So that I guess that just outlines for them to cover the 8.5 point spread here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have been impressed a little bit with Jacoby Brissett trying to play some backup quarterback roles because I don't think that if I'm saw Ian Rappaport's report correctly, Kyler Murray's not coming back the rest of the way. That he's just going to just sit out the rest of the season. You know, he's not
And
healthy
build a
enough
new
to
team next year.
Might as well though. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, he's not kind of. I mean, he's a solid player, but he ain't franchise caliber elite status like he was as when they touted him as the #1 overall pick in 2019. I mean, it is what it is now. I mean, it does. Everybody's career ain't going to shake out to be a Hall of Famer, no matter if you go #1 or number 10 or whatever. But I think the Rams are just playing great football. Matt Stafford, he's going to be real pissed off that he lost that game against the Carolina Panthers. A team that I just feel like that nobody really saw coming, and I didn't think that the LA Rams saw them being what they are last week either. I think they get back here, they get right game, and unfortunately the Cardinals are going to be the victim of the get right game for the LA Rams. So I see them winning by 10.
Oof, 10. I agree with everybody. I got them by 10 too, 30-20. Next game, we have the Houston, Texas, going to see those Kansas City Chiefs. I told you. The line is 3.5. Total 41.5. B Dirt, he has Houston covering the 3.5. Jay Lacey, your co-host, you agreeing with him?
Houston, we have a problem, and it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. They're on the road at Arrowhead, and the Chiefs play better at home. I don't trust the Chiefs either this year, period. But I think something's going to tell me that they may be in that team that's get the 7 seed or one of the 6 and 7 seed in the playoffs. And then unfortunately it means that the Texans might slip up and be out. Both teams still have a shot, even if the Texans lose or the Chiefs lose in this game. They can still have a shot to win the playoffs because the Chargers and the Colts and the Jags, all the other wild cards, the Bills too, they have a chance to slip up. And I think that if you're the Texans and the Chiefs, you're watching that Bengals-Bills game closely. But if you're a team, and this is where that mono, like matchup-wise things, throw it out the window for a second. It's about when you get to December football, this is a game that's going to represent who wants it more. Both of you guys are out of the playoff picture. You're in the hunt looking in. I think right now the Chiefs want it more, and I think they're going to play like they want it more a little bit better in this spot here. Even though I think that the Texans defense is going to go after them because if I saw the injury report, the offensive line of the Chiefs is going to be pretty beat up. So what that means is that there's going to be some favorable opportunities for the Texans D-line to get up after Patrick Mahomes. But it doesn't matter. I think that Patrick Mahomes can be able to make plays out of chaos, and they be able to push the ball downfield. And I still kind of like a little bit of their receivers a bit there. I think it's going to be a fun game, maybe like mid-20 scoring, 24-20, but I think I'm going to go with the Chiefs to win this game.
Take.
Yeah, man. I mean,
You're rocking with those Chiefs, aren't you? Let me go ahead and write that down.
I don't know if I agree with Jay Lacey on the Chiefs wanted more. I think DeMeco Ryan's the kind of coach that's going to have his team inspired, ready to come play some good ball. Their defense has been playing really good. All that being said, I'm taking 15. I don't care about 9. 15. They might not make the playoffs, but they ain't gonna not make the playoffs by going 6 and 7 right now. They're gonna go 7 and 6, beat the Chiefs, beat the Texans, make them 7 and 6, have a tiebreaker against the Texans. So this is like 1.5 games right here, right? You get to get a win
Right.
and get a tiebreaker against a team that's fighting for the same spot you fighting for. So yeah, I think Patrick Mahomes figures out that defense. It's gonna be a close game. But if the Chiefs are favored by 3.5, I'm gonna say the score is gonna be 27-21 Chiefs.
I got it to be closer to that. I got Houston, Texas winning by 2, which means Kansas City covers that, but still loses.
I thought they said it was 3.5.
3.5, yeah. Texans win by 2.
Texans favorite.
Oh, right. I'm thinking the
Chiefs favorite,
Texans
right?
are favored. Yeah, the Chiefs are favored. I'm reading B Dirt's handwriting. We got to talk to him about the handwriting. Gee.
And talking about taking pictures of notebook paper.
you gotta
Like
figure something out here, man.
The fact that you're even saying handwriting.
Like, who does that anymore? Yeah, Houston's gonna win, so I got them outright cover. No big deal there. All right. Two more games left. We have the Sunday night game. Well, no, this is the Monday night games. Eagles at Chargers. The line is 2.5 in favor of the Eagles. Tate, you kick us off.
I got the Eagles like every week, man. Saquon
Mhm.
Barkley's bound to break out.
Is he?
Saquon's bound. Yeah, he's bound. I don't remember last time he had like a 115-yard game. I mean, to go from offensive player of the year last year, that has to change on their line and stuff. Their offense got to get right for these playoffs because they lucky Dallas lost. Because if Dallas won last night, there would have been a lot more pressure on the Eagles to go get this win on Monday because the walls would be closed in. But yeah, man, I got the Eagles and Saquon Barkley getting his hun.
Jay Lacy, how you see
Yeah.
this game?
I definitely got the Eagles winning and covering this game, probably by like a little country mile here at that. Because again, as I talked about the Texans and the Chiefs in that matchup, about either if one of you two lose, let's say in the Texans case, you lose this game, or the Chiefs case, you lose that game. This is the game you want to pay attention to, also in addition to Bills Buffalo, because the Chargers, I don't think they're going to hold up in this spot either, even though they're 8-4. They got too many injuries too. And even though I know Jalen Carter is not going to be playing in this game, I still would trust the Eagles more in this spot more than the Chargers. I think the Chargers, they're just bound to slip up, and then they'll fall right out of the playoff picture if they because they got a tough schedule down the stretch too. They're they're home against the Eagles, and then what was that? They're next week that they're at Kansas City for a rematch in week 1. Yeah, man, it's not looking good for the Chargers too. They can fall right out of favor in a hurry. So I think the Eagles do win. I don't like their offense. I don't trust that offense because I just don't know what's going on with the passing offense at all, period. They just look bad. But they got to get right at some point. This is the week where you can actually get right. Even though I do like somewhat of the Chargers defense, you gotta be better on offense at some point if you're the Eagles. So yeah, give me the Eagles to win. I'll say by 7. Give me a touchdown win here.
I was watching the Chargers game last week, and I found out something that I had not known. And I'm going to steal a hockey term here for all our puck heads out there. The Chargers have had the most line changes of any team this season. Speaking about the offensive line, the offensive line is put together with Scotch tape, spit, and that cheap glue you give preschoolers.
Elmer's.
It's
Elmer's glue.
It is a mismatch between it going on in the trenches. I think the Philadelphia Eagles have to save face for what got done to them on Black Friday. They got to come out here and serve notice, even without Jalen Carter. And sorry to that man, the Chargers are going to be a dummy for that one. I got the Eagles winning, and the Eagles are a 2.5 favorite, right? So I got them. Yeah, I got them by a field goal.
Wow, that close? I bet it'd be more Eagle fans at the game than it do Chargers.
That's what I thought too as well. Like, because it's in LA, Eagles fans travel well, so they gonna pretty much have the Eagles flock over to there, and yeah, they fans gonna be loud over there.
They say, "Fly, Eagle, fly."
And then it's not even the travel. I mean, so many transplants in LA, just like over here on the East Coast in DC. Like, you go to Commanders game, the other team, even I've been to a game against the Dolphins and really the Steelers, but the Dolphins and the other team is everywhere in the stadium.
Right.
So that
Right.
happens in LA a lot too. So yeah, I would think the Eagles have more fan representation.
Tired of you transplants. Say, did you pick this game?
Yeah, I picked the Eagles. I picked Saquon
Okay.
going for 120.
Right. Okay, last game. The last rivalry game of week 14. The
We know what it
last
is. You
game.
saved it. The oldest rivalry in the NFL. Vince Lombardi versus what's the coach's name? George Hallis. Like, come on.
The last rivalry game of week 14. The last game that features two teams battling for supremacy in their division. Oldest rivalry in the NFL. Lambeau, Hallis, Sweetness, whatever the Favre, whomever.
Paul Hornung,
Oh,
the good boy.
whatever dorks running out there, they ain't wearing green and yellow, is the latest iteration of the Bears versus Packers. The winner is the number one team in the NFC. I'll save my pick for last. B Dirt going first. He's got Chicago covering the 6. Hey, that's my boy. Jay Lacey, how you feel about this? And don't forget, I remember what you all said in the preseason about what the Bears are going to do. So pick lightly. Tread lightly.
You know what? Look, I don't remember what I stated during the preseason, but here's what I was hopeful for is that Caleb Williams may not have had like a very similar to like a year 2 jump like we saw from like a Lamar Jackson or whatnot, or like a year 2, like a year 3 leap, like what we saw from Josh Allen. But I feel like that was going to come like next year to where he's going to start inserting himself in that MVP conversation. He's not in the MVP conversation yet, but man, the Bears are looking pretty good. I'm finally happy to see the Bears-Packers really commit to actually being a real rivalry game. For years, it's just been a one-sided affair with Aaron Rodgers just full out owning the Bears. The matchup has just been bad because they really haven't won any games at Lambeau Field with Rodgers in play. And now it just seems like that the opportunity to equalize has finally just dimmed down with Jordan Love and now Caleb Williams. So this is going to be a fun game. I do have the Bears and Packers split in the game apiece. But unfortunately for the Bears fans, I'm sorry. I got to go with the Packers. They're at home in this game. I do think the Chicago Bears will get the next one, though. But I think that the Packers get this game. What is the spread again? They're covering the 6 and 6?
6. That is the spread. 6.
I think I'm going to have to agree with B Dirt, too. I feel like that the Chicago Bears are good enough to cover that line. I mean, you can't not ignore about what the Bears are doing on offense. They've been pretty good. Let me go with the Bears to cover, but the Packers to win outright.
Tate, what do you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a good game. It's game finally for years and years is about something, right? It's about something in December. It's for first place. It's for playoff positioning. It's for all the stuff we haven't seen in this rivalry since John Mikowski was the quarterback at Green Bay, throwing to James Lofton when you had the Bears, the monsters of the midway defense. It's been that long since this game really meant something. Because for 2 20-year quarterback careers, the Packers have owned the Bears pretty much. But the Bears this year, shout out to respect to the Bears, man. Because, I knew they would be better, but I didn't think they'd be 9-3. I didn't think they'd win 9 out of 10, especially when they started 0-2. It's about to be comical to me. I was thinking, man, Pay going to go through it again this year. But, I've been watching it build and watching it build. I've been checking out Frustrated Chicago sports fan. Check the homies out. I mean, they see red with the Bulls and they bear down with the Bears. So, Bears have looked really good. Bears surprised. I had them go on a 3-game losing streak with the Steelers, the Eagles, and now the Packers. They proved me wrong 2 times. Well, they proved me wrong 3. B Dirt is your boy. I'm your family, but I got to go against you, Pay. Not against you, but I think at home in Lambeau for first place, I think the players for Green Bay show up. I think Josh Jacobs gets 2 tuds. I think Jordan Love, I'm going to have to pass a lot, but he's 3-1 against the Bears. And I think Micah Parsons earned his money this week again. Like, putting a lot of pressure on Caleb Williams. So, yeah, man, The Packers favored by 6?
That's right, 6.
Oh, see, I'm kind of where Jay Lacy is at as far as that one go. I think the Packers win, but a 6 is a lot in
Who's
a
covered?
rivalry game, man. Yeah, it's a lot in a rivalry game. But because I want to be out here by myself on a pick, man,
There
they
you
take
go.
the Packers and win by a touchdown, man. Give me the
That's
Packers
heady play.
24-17.
Heady play. I'm not even mad at you for picking the Packers. It's a heady play. You got to zig sometimes. You got to get in front of people. I feel it. I feel it. But just like Jay Lacy said earlier, you want a further, more deeper, more elongated. Oh, did he? Preview of the game. Check out First
Well,
Rate of Chicago
more
Sports Fan.
well endowed.
It's a thicker preview. Check that out. Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel. It posted earlier today. It was really fun doing it all with my co-host. So the way I see this game is it's strength on strength. The Packers are one of the best run defenses in the league. And if you watch the game on Black Friday, the Bears can run that ball. They got the 7th round draft pick, Kyle Monangai, doing business. If you guys are Big Ten fans, you remember him from Minnesota, I believe he played it. And then there's also DeAndre Swift, who's playing some of his best ball that he's had in his career outside of the Pro Bowl season he had in Philadelphia. Kelly Williams he's matured, but both of these teams, they are having some issues with keeping their wide receivers healthy. Roma Dunze is going to miss this game. Matthew Golden, I think he's going to miss this game as well. The first-round draft pick from Notre Dame that the Packers drafted. So I do think this game is going to be pretty close. I do think this game is going to be emotion-filled. If you've been listening to what Micah Parsons has been saying and all the rest of them hurt feelings up there in Wisconsin, they feel like they've been disrespected. Yeah, who cares? But especially with Vegas saying you're a 6-point favorite. Yeah, really disrespected. Yeah, cry me a river. But the way I see this game is this. All season long, people have said the team is really lucky, really getting over on teams and not really beating anybody. Well, Black Friday changed that narrative a little bit, but to really change the hearts and minds of the people out there as it relates to the Chicago Bears, you got to do it against a team that you actually despise, and that's the Green Bay Packers. If you think the Bears are lucky, I don't think you're paying attention to the signs out there. You play football on Sunday. What else do you do on Sunday? You go to church. It's not luck that the Bears have. The Bears are ordained. These wins are happening because the Pope is in the building. We have a hotline, a red phone, if you will, right into heaven. God is a Bears fan. And you know what else God is? He hates the Packers. Bears not only cover the 6, outright win. Bear down.
Hey, I got to speak to the Bears fans and the Bears fan and you. First of all, you're welcome for Kyle Monangai, by the way. You're welcome. Because how did you get that extra 7th round pick?
Appreciate it.
Yeah. For those that don't know in the chat, the Bears got that extra 7th round pick, which added up to be Kyle Monangai from the Bengals when we traded them for Khalil Herbert last year. So that's how you got him. And we don't even have Khalil Herbert no more. So that tells you that. But
Missed that boy, Khalil Herbert. He was a dog when he can play.
Well,
I
yeah,
feel like
you know, it don't matter.
I feel like he got disrespected on his way out because I feel like there was a lot of Chicago fans that didn't really they tried to lobby for him, but the previous coaching staff didn't really do much for him for real. I thought it was nice too.
But yeah, man, we're now about a half hour over our long show. Go ahead and wrap it up, Pay. Go and get out of here, man.
As we said a few times already in the show, thanks a lot for everybody that's joining, and make sure you definitely check out Running Through the Jungle. Check out more from Jay Lacy and his crew, Tim Lyons, B Dirt, and Frustrated Chicago Sports Fans channel. We would love to have all the listeners and everybody tap in when you can. Run those watch hours up from RTTJ, I'm sorry, Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel. Know-it-alls. Everybody, stay safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will check you out next weekend when you tap in with the homies. Peace. Thanks for listening to this latest episode from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel. Don't matter if you listen to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or watch it on Twitch or YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend,
Hit the notification bell so you never miss a drop. And to all the guys from Chicago, we say three things: bear down, go Cubs, go, and sell the team, Jerry.